The warning is turning 3 years old. Time goes fast. There's an old saying that's had a lot of meaning to me as I've hit middle age, which is this: the days are long, but the years are short. And I just wanted to take this moment to thank all of you for supporting the warning, for subscribing. For those of you who are paid subscribers, I doubly want to thank you. We couldn't do this and we couldn't support this effort without your support. It's appreciated. There are so many choices and so many places where you can spend your money, and that you've chosen to do it here is something I have a lot of gratitude for. Behind me are some Life magazines, and one of them has the Statue of Liberty on the cover. It's from 1939, and the question it ponders is one about America's future. And all of these years later, it is America's future again that is in as much doubt today as it was in June of 1939, before the Holocaust, before D-Day, before the atomic bombs, before Pearl Harbor, when the winds of war were stirring, when the world was in chaos, when a new form of slavery was descending. The lessons of that war have been enduring. They shaped the whole world for 80 years because multiple generations of leaders understood if what happened in the 1930s and 1940s were to occur again, the consequence would be a biblical Armageddon. Life across the entirety of the planet would be reduced by centuries in progress. There is a saying about nuclear war that, should it ever come to pass, that it is the living who will envy the dead. And so, wisdom for 80 years held that America was stronger with allies, and that the most powerful nation in the world had unique responsibilities, and that Americans made up of all of the peoples of the world were happy to contribute generously. 25 million lives were saved in Africa by a program started under George W. Bush called PEPFAR and continued under Barack Obama that is being crashed upon the rocks in the despair and the hopelessness and the evil that has been unleashed by this administration in our name for no good reason. The questions we're wrestling with, the issues we are confronted with, the rise of a demagogue who became a Caesar, a corrupt government, concentration camps in Florida, United States Marines on the streets of Los Angeles, masked federal agents. For 10 years, I've talked about what might happen next, and next, and next. When all of those nexts are accumulated in a long record, longer than we have time to reflect and recollect today, we should appreciate the distance it is possible to travel into the unknown from what we have only known. And that's why I hope you'll continue to support the warning, because here I'll try to help you orient and understand what is happening by putting it through a historical lens and taking you into the room where it happens, where power is exercised, not in your interest, but for powerful special interests. I've been in the Oval Office and I've been in the campaign strategy rooms, the highest level. And I want to share that experience with you. And I want to take you inside what it means to be an American by helping explain it, helping explicate it. Because in the end, through all the noise and all the smoke, what makes America exceptional is not the dirt upon which we stand, but the ideas that brought a nation to life, values about freedom, about liberty, and the recognition that the nation's greatest dissidents, Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King, Sojourner Truth, John Lewis, they did not seek to burn down the Republic. They just said, it's for us also. And they were right. The United States of America is a moral proposition. And here at The Warning, we can talk about these issues without compromise, with integrity, and with honesty, because that's what you deserve, and that's our commitment, to tell the truth and to do it in a way that makes clear we're going to get through this if, as a country, we make the right choices. And I hope for the journey in one of the great epochs in our history, you'll follow along with us here at The Warning. And I thank you very much.